Have you ever noticed how you can't stop thinking about a TV show that ended on a cliffhanger? Or how a simple unfinished task at work can occupy more of your mental space than a complex project you've already completed? That nagging, persistent thought looping in your head isn't a sign of scattered mind. It's a powerful and predictable feature of your brain's memory system. Your brain is essentially hunted by loose ends. It craves completion, and this deep-seated psychological need can either be a source of chronic financial stress or your greatest secret weapon for achieving your goals. Welcome to Thrive with Tima. Today we're exploring the mental itch you can't scratch, the Zeigarnik Effect. The Zeigarnik Effect was discovered in the 1920s by Lithuanian psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik. She noticed that a waiter in a busy cafe had a perfect memory for unpaid orders, but would immediately forget the details of an order the moment it was paid for and complete. Her research confirmed it. Our brains remember incomplete or interrupted tasks for better and more intensely than completed tasks. Why does this happen? When you start a task, your brain creates a specific kind of mental tension. It commits cognitive resources to that goal and opens a mental file. This creates a state of alertness in your prefrontal cortex, which is focused on achieving the goal. As long as the task is incomplete, that file stays open, and the tension remains. This tension is what causes the intrusive, recurring thoughts. Your brain is essentially sending you push notifications saying, "Hey, we're not done here." The moment you complete the task, the tension is released. Your brain closes the file, and those cognitive resources are freed up. The memory is then consolidated and filed away, no longer needing to occupy your precious conscious attention. This is why finishing a task, even a small one, provides such a satisfying feeling of relief. In your financial life, the Zeigarnik Effect can manifest in two very different ways: as a source of debilitating anxiety or as a powerful engine for process. First, the negative. It creates chronic financial anxiety. When you have large, undefined financial goals looming over you, for example, I need to save for retirement, or I need to pay off my debt. These are massive open loops. Because you haven't defined the first step, your brain can't start the process of closing the loop. So it just keeps sending you nagging, stressful reminders. This leads to a constant low-grade anxiety about money, a feeling of being overwhelmed, and often complete paralysis. Second, it can lead to poor decision-making. The mental tension of an unfinished task is uncomfortable. To relieve that tension quickly, you might make a hasty, ill-researched decision. You might jump into a hot stock just to feel like you've started investing, or sign up for a debt consolidation plan without reading the fine print, just to feel like you've done something. You're acting to relieve the psychological discomfort, not to make the optimal financial choice. But here's the flip side. When harnessed correctly, the Zeigarnik Effect can be an incredible motivator. It's the reason a small initial step can create unstoppable momentum. Instead of being hunted by your unfinished goals, it's time to become the Ghostbuster. We're going to use the brain's own mechanism to our advantage. Here are 3 neurohacks to master the Zeigarnik Effect. Tool number 1, the 2-minute start. This is the ultimate weapon against financial procrastination. To harness the Zeigarnik Effect, you don't need to finish a huge task. You just need to start it. Pick a daunting financial goal and commit to working on the very first step for just 2 minutes. Want to start a budget? Spend 2 minutes opening a spreadsheet and listing 3 expenses. Want to save for retirement? Spend 2 minutes opening an account application. By simply starting, you open the mental file and create the psychological tension. Your brain will then naturally push you to continue and find relief in completion. Tool number 2, plan your interruptions. This is a counterintuitive but powerful productivity hack used by famous writers like Ernest Hemingway. When you're working on a complex financial task like analyzing your portfolio, don't stop when you're stuck or finished. Stop when you're on a roll or right in the middle of an easy part. By leaving a small, obvious loose end, you create a Zeigarnik cliffhanger. This makes it incredibly easy to pick the last task back up later, because your brain has been chewing on that incomplete piece in the background and is eager to close the loop. And tool number 3, the if-then completion plan. To relieve the anxiety of large, undefined goals, you need to give your brain a clear plan for completion. This is where if-then planning shines. Break down your big goals and create specific cues for action. Instead of the wait goal, pay off credit card, create a plan. If it's the first of the month, then I will transfer an extra $50 to my credit card. This gives your brain a concrete, actionable step, signaling that there is a plan to close the loop, which reduces the mental tension and nagging thoughts. Your brain's obsession with unfinished business is not a flaw, it's a feature. It's a built-in motivational system waiting for you to give it the right instructions. The anxiety you feel about your finances isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a signal from your brain that it's ready and waiting to start. Stop letting open loops hunt you. Start one small task, create one strategic cliffhanger, and give your brain the satisfaction of completion it so desperately craves. If this episode just inspired you to finally start that task you've been putting off, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me on Thrive with Tima. Now go start something. Love you, mean it. Tima.